that's fine.
No, okay, this is how I do. See, you don't wait, I'm gonna get
So how was cheering at the game? This Friday, right? Was this Friday?
Yeah, it was this Friday. It was really fun. I mean, it's definitely different from All Star Cheer. It's an adjustment, but it was really fun. I mean, we won 0 to 54, so that was pretty cool.
That's good.
I'm currently on my high school cheer team, and I'm on JV, and it's pretty fun. It's definitely different from All Star. We do football games, and it's weird, like, actually doing cheers in cheerleading, for sure. But it's fun. I mean, we get to still stunt and tumble at the games, and I love to do rallies because I get to throw fulls, and then everyone's like, whoa, so cool.
What do you miss, like, from All Star compared to high school?
I miss just doing, like, challenging things that really, like, push me. Like, also miss my teammates. I miss my favorite sister, Sam. I miss all of it.
I miss not getting dropped at the rally. That was
Oh, well, what had happened was...
I did get to watch the rally.
Oh, good. I'm glad you saw me fall in my basket.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
I'm really glad.
Have you decided whether you're going to go back to All Star Cheer and do high school with it, or just do high school cheer, or?
I think I'm just going to stick to high school for right now. I mean, I definitely miss All Star Cheer, but I think it's just best for me right now if I just stick to high school cheer.
Malieya came to me this year and she was saying that she only wanted to do high school cheer. She didn't want to do All Star Cheer. Last year, she was actually doing both. She was handling a lot. First time doing high school cheer with All Star. And I think it was just a lot for her, and she was very overwhelmed and stressed. You say you missed the All Star Cheer?
I struggled a lot last year with my iron deficiency, and I just want to make sure that I'm, like, fully healthy before I go back into something like that. So after Worlds, I was not feeling good, and I thought it was just because I was being overworked from Worlds month, but I still took a week off, didn't do anything, and I felt awful. Like, I would stand up and get lightheaded and feel super exhausted just walking up the stairs and get out of breath. And so my mom took me to the doctors, and they told me that my hemoglobin levels were super low and that I was anemic.
So she started to show signs of her not feeling well a couple months before Worlds, but I didn't really know what it was. I know they trained so hard then. I just was kind of chalking it up to the regular fatigue of Worlds. As she went on, she just really didn't have oxygen to her brain to, like, really perform to her peak.
Leading up to Worlds was pretty tough. I felt super exhausted. Like, I would get to practices and my entire body would feel numb after doing like 1 to 2 full outs, and I wasn't sure why I was feeling this way. It was like nothing I'd ever experienced before, and I just like didn't know why I was feeling the way I was feeling. Like, I felt like I couldn't push myself anymore and I couldn't give any more, and I didn't want to be mentally weak and I didn't want to let my team down, but I felt like so exhausted and I don't exactly know why. So I didn't know how to fix it, and it was really tough.
I kind of felt bad at Worlds because you did tell me you weren't feeling well and it wasn't just your regular fatigue, and so I should have had you get checked. I'm sorry that I didn't.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, you didn't know.
At first didn't even want to bring it up, so that's where I feel bad, because I just kind of chalked it up that, no, you're just fatigued, just push through it. And so I feel like not only did I let her down, but kind of let the team down, because maybe it was something that if I had her taken care of, that maybe she would have been feeling better and been able to have a better chance to perform better. And then also I know, like, for Malieya, I know there was a lot of backlash, but that wasn't to her, like, what was the hardest. It was more letting down her team. I'm really proud of you, because I know you did your very best you could, and you performed, you know, really well, and I know part of it was just that you weren't as healthy as you could be at the time. And I know you don't ever want to make excuses for anybody if that is why that happened, you know, because you want to take responsibility of, you know, always putting your best foot out there. So I'm really proud of you.
When I figured out that I was iron deficient, and I didn't want to tell anyone, because I don't want to use that as an excuse for Worlds. There are no excuses. What is done, and I just don't like giving excuses because, I don't know, I just don't feel that's like the way to train, and I know that was like part of the reason, but I never want to use that as an excuse to what happened. It's just knowing that I let my team down. I think that's actually like why I felt the most like sad, not even for myself, but for my team, for all those people that worked super hard, for all the hours that they put in.
So I just, want you to always do your best and definitely get healthy, and I don't want you to feel stressed out. I want you to just, be happy in whatever decisions you decide to do, But I definitely think whatever you choose to do, you're gonna do great at and be your best at it, because you always work really hard. I love you. We love you too, Nico. For me, I just wanted her to be happy, so I'm not sure if, she may come back or maybe next year. I don't think she might be totally done, but I leave it up to her. I just want her to be in a better place, her to feel healthy first, because she still doesn't always feel well. Just glad that she can explain how she was feeling and tell people really how it can be, because other people might be experiencing the same thing,
I definitely recognize more and notice the symptoms of being anemic, because before I just thought it was exhaustion, but now I know that when I feel lightheaded or just the world's like fading in and out of focus and it was going darker and getting lighter, and I need to sit out and stop and take a break, and I need to make sure that I take my iron pill so I don't feel that way. At this point, being on SMOED, I'm like very mentally tough, and I know that when people comment things like they don't know me and they don't know what I'm capable of and they don't know what I've been through and all the things that I've done and how hard I work, so I just brush it off, because at the end of the day, I know what I'm capable of, and my family knows what I'm capable of, my coaches know what I'm capable of, so do my teammates, and that's all that matters.
What's up, cheerleaders? You've been hacked by your boy, Michaeleddie. How's it going? I'm road tripping across the country back to California. As of right now, it's a bunch of flatlands, but we'll see how it goes.
I'm Michaeleddie Rivera. I am 24 years old, and I have been cheering for 12 years.
Just stretching in the middle of nowhere. Yep. Got some calves. Is that staring at me?
My first year of cheer, we started with a small gym called Blades. My next year, that's when California All Stars bought out the gym, so I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I was like, oh, what's this Bullets place gonna buy us out? I'm like, okay, I guess I'll be a Bullet now. Did SMOED, 12, 13, and 14. We ended up taking first for the three-peat. After that, I aged out, so I ended up moving to Kentucky and doing Gym Time Blink. Came back, did Reckless for 2 years, and I decided I'm not gonna cheer anymore. I was completely checked out, and I was like, I'm gonna go chase some other dreams. So I decided to move to New York. I got accepted into an acting school. It was awesome. I lived there for another year after that. I was able to work with some pretty awesome gyms during the time, and my girlfriend lives in Philly, so that was pretty awesome. And out of nowhere, me and Orby have a talk. Like, it was kind of a joke that I was coming back, because I was like, hey, I'm ready to come back, like, just plug me in.
Michaeleddie was, I want to say, the first boy we ever had in our gym. He came in with Vanessa just to watch cheerleading. And before you knew it, he already quit football and he was just doing cheer full time. We told him what opportunities he had here at the gym, and again, little by little, we need you, we want you, we love you, and here he is. And now I just can't believe I have Michaeleddie and Kyle back on Reckless.
Orby's telling me like, hey, Kyle might do it, Kyle might do it. And I'm like, oh, we gotta get him. So I'm calling Kyle, I'm like, yo, you in? He's like, I don't know, man. And that's my Kyle impression, I don't know. It's really raspy.
Michaeleddie gave me a phone call. He was the one that really convinced me to come to practice. Let's go back for it one more time. We gotta do one more. I'm not sure why we gotta do one more, but we gotta do one more, apparently. That's what he keeps telling me.
I was super hyped. I was like, oh man, this is literally coming back to the roots, like back to the boys, and just that bond that we have, and the good times, all the memories, reliving the glory days, I guess you can say.
These boys have been my boys for so long, it's ridiculous. Like, I have pictures of us when we're all tiny, And when I came back, I didn't know either one of them were coming back yet.
So the first time I was on the team with Kyle and Michaeleddie, I was 7 years old. So it's actually crazy that now we're in our 20s and I mean, we're still here, which is kind of funny. Last time I was on the team with them, I was 14, 15. So it's so cool to see them come back home and do one more season.
But like I was saying before, it's a bunch of flat lands. I'm in the flat country of America. You know that little skinny part of Oklahoma? That's where I'm driving through right now, and this is what it looks like. Just flat fields, farms, lots and lots of corn. You guys a tour of my car, okay? So I got all my stuff packed here, everything. I got some fast food, if you can see it, all right? And then, of course, we got a little seatbelt on for little Jesus, little Jesus. He made the trip. You know, just gotta have a buddy.
And I don't know, something came over me. I cannot tell you what it is. It was like, go back. This is the right move right now. Go back, go back home, go back with your family, go back to your roots.
And you end up in Mexico, and your bro ends up in Mexico? New Mexico, all right, New Mexico. The Mexicans in New Mexico, what's up?
I did miss my family a lot. I missed California. So I was like, I just gotta come back to California.
Day one, here it goes. I'm scared. All right.
Like I came in here, the second I walked in, it just felt like home. Like this is my home, this is my happy place. This is where Michaeleddie gets to be a weirdo. This is where Michaeleddie gets to forget about everything, any problem that he's having, which I desperately needed, I think. I'm home, I'm ready. It's game time, baby.
So we have evaluations today. Going into evaluations is a little stressful because there are a lot of people fighting, not just from Reckless ourselves, we also have our new non-tumbling team, so they're coming up, so it's a lot of people in the mix trying to be on this team.
The Bobby Show. Combo. Bobby.
Hey guys, I'm just here watching evaluations, watching the real show. I couldn't miss out on this juicy stuff tonight. This is some good stuff. I couldn't miss it.
Big reason I'm nervous is probably because I haven't done this in a while. Last time I did All Star Cheer, I competed at Worlds in 2017, so it's been a long time.
Hey, Corby, are you watching?
My body is handling it pretty well, so I like the challenge, but these things, they deteriorate.
As alumni of the team, I had to come on the night of cuts and make sure everyone was at their best, okay?
So 2 years ago when I was on SMOED, I had some rough times during evaluations, and they were kind of coming back to haunt me. To be honest, because I'm expected to attempt to throw a punch run through a double this season, and anybody who watched me in 2018 knows that I slammed my face into my knees while doing that in front of everyone.
Fast toes! Ow. You okay?
So that's kind of something that just oof.
I literally do not know who I am fighting with. I don't know who I'm against. I don't know who's my competition. I have no idea. I know I'm here. I know Enrique's here. Who else is here? Kyle's here. Michaeleddie's here. Jesus is supposed to be coming back. I don't know who I'm competing against.
I'm stressed, so I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna throw 2 to full and land it. I'm so serious, I'm nervous, okay?
1 up 2 and 3, that's 4. 5, that's 6. 7 up 8. 1, that's 2 and 3, tuck 4 and 5 up 6.
So last year, I almost made it through the whole season. I got cut after NCA. I got cut because I didn't throw my 2-to-full pass at NCA. I threw it to a layout instead. And then the practice after that, he asked me to come into the office and he had told me that Stevie would be taking my spot. So I just walked out of the office and it was sad. I did cry at that practice while I was stretching, but I knew it was happening. This year it feels a little bit better because I'm technically a veteran now, but it still doesn't feel like I'm safe. I still feel like I have to prove more to myself. There's a lot of other girls, because this year I'm not a back spot, I'm side racing, and right now there's actually a lot of us, so I just have to keep the consistency up if I want to keep that spot. Last year I was back spot for Bree Gonzalez, and this year I think I'm going to be side racing Chloe. I've never side raced before. It's new, it's different, because I've main before, and that's a lot of control with the foot. Like, you never let go. With side racing, like, gonna be honest, I'm not really good with catching things.
Oh. 5, 7, 8. Yes!
Oh.
She's fine. Was that dramatic enough?
So when I toss, like, I'm a bit out, but I think I'm starting to learn that you need to stay in. It's a lot of tossing and catching. You don't hold on to it. So far I'm trying to keep the spot. I've been coming into the gym actually every day the past couple of weeks, just trying to get the skills 4 assessments, and I'm trying to stay consistent with those skills. And that's my goal this year, is to stay consistent with my skills so I can stay, because that was my problem. So we're gonna go 1 by 1, and we have to throw our jumps through the tuck, which is fine, I have that. And then I think for my standing, I'm going to throw my 1-to-full, and then my running is going to be my whip through to full. I feel really confident because I've been working on my skills so they feel more consistent. We're supposed to have cuts, so hopefully I have a spot after.
Tresley, you're up! Is your knee okay?
So I applied to go to school at CSU Fresno for fall for 2019, and I got accepted to their enology program out there. So I'm gonna be 3.5 hours away from this gym, which is gonna be crazy because I live 10 minutes away.
I mean, we're really excited for her, but I'm not gonna lie, it's sad here. Not having Cassidy here is kind of weird.
I don't know what I would do without cheerleading. I don't know what I would have done without California All Stars. I would be in a really low place, and I would probably be on the streets and not here, and yeah.